Awesome Sports Player Analysis. Karim Gawad. The baby-faced assassin. He's the world number 6 and he was the world champion in November 2016, and later that season he became world number 1 for the first time. This season he's really started to come good in the second half. At the end of 2018 he won 2 tournaments in a row, the Pakistan Open, beating Diego Elias in the final, followed by the massive Black Ball Open in Egypt, where he beat Mohamed El Shorbagy and Ali Farag in the final. Interestingly, Gawad has played the most 3-2s out of any player in history, winning the majority of them. This is mainly down to him being a notoriously slow starter, often going 1-0 or even 2-0 down before he even starts to get warm. He seems to have corrected this a little bit this season when he plays someone in the top 3 or 4 in the world. He's still starting slowly in the early rounds, but when it's getting to the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, he's actually managed to reverse this, and in these matches, he's starting really quickly. Given the amount of 3-2s he's won in his career, this makes him a very gritty player. This was shown last night in his semi-final in the Laguna International Tournament 2019, where he was playing Farah Suzuki, who was absolutely on fire. Gawad was 1-love down and 8-3 down in the second game, and he was getting thrashed. Somehow, he managed to turn it around and win that match 3-1, which puts him in the final today. Gawad really managed to clean up his game in around 2015. He used to look for a lot of lets and a lot of strokes at any opportunity, and also try to block sometimes. And even given his incredible skill, often his priority would seem to be trying to get cheap points and block his opponent instead of concentrating on his shots. He seemed to turn this around completely in 2016, where all of a sudden he became such a fair player and he just kept his head down and got on with playing his good squash. And this led to him having an amazing season. In 2016, he won the World Championships, the Qatar Classic, and the AWsome in front of the Pyramids. And then at the end of that season, in 2017, he became world number 1 for the first time. Gawad's bogeyman does seem to be Ali Farag. Ali Farag is many people's bogeyman because he's the best player in the world at the moment. But Gawad had lost to him 5 times in a row in 2017 and 18. But then what made his win in the Black Ball Open even more impressive was that he beat Ali Farag in the final. So to mentally turn around all those losses, to put in a great performance and win, was really impressive. The strengths of the babyface assassin are really, really obvious. His front backhand corner is incredible, definitely the best in history. The way he can run in quickly, hold and drop shot off a high swing, not many other players have ever been able to do. In that front corner, he can run in, he can counter drop, he can hit cross-court flicks, he can basically do anything, all from the same swing, making him impossible to read in that corner. When Gawad is playing well and going on a run of form where he can beat the likes of Farag and Mohamed El Shorbagy, the difference is his drives to the back of the court. Especially on the backhand, he's capable of hitting lovely straight lines where he doesn't clip the side wall, and every time he hits the back, it goes all the way into the back corner. When he's not playing well, his drives clip the side wall, he ends up boasting too much, and he simply relies on his short game in the front corner. And it's not enough, because against good players, he won't get those opportunities enough. What wins matches at the best level in the world is a good basic game. It doesn't matter how much skill you've got or how much flair. If your basic game into the back corners lets you down, you cannot win. The weaknesses of Gawad are like I just mentioned. His drives can occasionally let him down, and given the fact he's often a slow starter, if his drives are letting him down and he started off slow, he makes it too late for him to get back into the game and to play himself into form. And if he's playing somebody who can take advantage of that, he's lost the match even before he can get himself into it. Gawad is an absolute delight to watch when he's playing well. He's definitely one of the most skillful players around on the PSA World Tour. And as we said, his skill in the front corners is just fantastic. Some of the shots he's capable of playing are a bit of a joke. And then when he is playing well, his movement is incredibly smooth and incredibly fast. The question is, can Gawad get back to the top of the rankings? Can he overtake Mohamed El Shorbagy once again? And can he overtake Ali Farag? I think probably not. I think those two players are too consistent. But he has done it once. Against all odds, he did get to world number 1. So if he's done it once, he can do it again. I just think it's unlikely, but it is definitely within him. The quality of squash he can play is more than good enough to reach that world number 1. I do like to see Gawad getting into the semi-finals of the major tournaments. He's a real addition in the later stages, but the problem is, occasionally he can lose early in the tournament because of his slow starts. If he doesn't take his first 2 rounds seriously, then he doesn't give himself the opportunity to perform at his best against the best players, because he thrives against the best. And he goes through the motions against people ranked below that. And that is a risky ploy, especially if you want to become world number 1, where consistency is what pays off. So there are our thoughts on Karim Gawad, the babyface assassin. Thank you for watching, and make sure you tune in to many more of our Awesome Sports player analysis videos. Check them all out at www.awesomesports.co.uk.